Hello, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Marquita here, and I am back with some empties. Now, some of these items might be things that you have seen me talk about before, that I've used before in other hauls, Ulta and Sephora hauls, and all of that. So they might be repeats, but I just want to share some of the things that, so one, I can finally clear them off my table because I've been gathering them up to do one of these hauls for quite some time. And also just to share with you, because as you know, Sephora and Ulta are having tons of beauty sales, and their big sales will be coming up for the holidays. So there may be some items in here from those stores that you might be interested in, or maybe you know about, but you're just curious as to how they work. So I'm just going to be sharing what I have here in the current empty section, and I'll probably have another one, at least one more empties beauty skincare haul before the end of the year, just because I am trying to clear my stash. So I'm going through things quite quickly and also trying a lot of new products as well, or products I've had that I've never tried before. They're new to me that I own. So I'm just going to start grabbing and going through. But before we get into it, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and also make sure that you like this haul as well, and let me know that this is the type of content that you like to watch or that you like to see more of. And if you have any other suggestions for beauty and skincare things that you would like to see or see me try, please feel free to drop them in the comments. All right, so before we get into this, most of this will be beauty and really primarily skincare. So I'm going to say that this is kind of a skincare haul. There are a couple other outliers in here, but for the most part, the majority is skincare. So this is a range of things in terms of price points, brands, and I do have a few things that are from like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, but you probably can find something similar, if not the exact item. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's see here. This is probably the most recent thing that I finished, and this is the Cream and Hello Kitty collaboration. Y'all know Hello Kitty, I am absolutely a fan, so anything with this combo always gets my attention. This is the Pure Cure Strawberry Milk Toner, and it is again from Cream and Hello Kitty. I think you can still order this on like Amazon. I did pick this up from TJ Maxx, and it was $7.99. When I picked it up, I was looking for a toner at the time. So my skincare routine is typically a face wash or cleanser, toner, and moisturizer. So it's just a easy peasy three step routine that I do usually just during the day. Unless I wear makeup, then I will follow up when I remove my makeup. But in terms of my everyday daily routine for my skincare, cleanse, tone, moisturize. I do have other things I'm trying to get back into incorporating, because once you get set in your habit of your process, that's what you stick to. But I do have vitamin C and some other serums I want to start using, which I've used before. It's just kind of like, again, once they got out of the rotation, probably ran out and just didn't get any for a while or whatnot. And so now I need to put those back in because they do work wonders for your skin. But anyway, this is the Pure Cure Strawberry Milk Toner, and again, it has ceramide 3, Cica, and it looks like Medicicide, um, or Medescoside. I'll let you guys see it and figure it out. It's here. These are some of the key ingredients here, our active ingredients. And this is made in Korea. And so that's one of the things. Korean skincare is top notch. And I'm so glad that we now have access to it here. It's pretty accessible, like, because you can get it. Not only are the big brands like Ulta and Sephora starting to carry it, but also you can find a lot of it in TJ Maxx and Marshalls, especially from this brand. But like I said, I think I've seen this on Amazon, so you probably can still get your hands on this. It is free of mineral oil, sulfates, SLSs and SLESs, parabens, formaldehyde. Um, so that is all great things. It's also free. It is also cruelty free, and it's free of oxybenzone, hydrocodone, I think it is. All of those things does not have things that you may not want to use. I use this again. This is the second step. So I cleanse and then I would apply this. You can see there's just a tiny bit left that probably could go one more round because it doesn't take a lot. It does have, as it's called, a strawberry milk. It smells amazing. It reminds me of the strawberry Nestle or Nesquik. But it does have like that milky look, and it's not thick or anything. It is very liquidy, but it does look like milk. It smells wonderful, and it goes on pretty good, and it dries pretty quick. And then I just apply the moisturizer. But I would recommend it, and a little bit goes a long way, so it will last you for a while. So $8 for this is not bad at all. Let's see. Next up, we have something here for another moisturizer. This is the Laneige Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer. Now, I think they have renamed this, and it's for normal to dry skin. And I didn't mention this earlier, but I have combination skin. So my oily spots are the T-zone, the forehead, the nose, and the chin. My dry areas tend to be my cheeks around, and kind of like around my mouth, around here. So that's kind of how my skin is composed, or the way the areas are. But this is the cream skin here. It also has kind of like a milky look. Now, this was a trial travel size that I got from Sephora, I think, as like a freebie. You know, you can pick your gifts when you make an order. So um this was what this was, but I did make a repurchase because I really liked it. So let me see if I can find the actual bottle so you guys can see what it looked like and what I had. All right, here we go. This is the size of the bottle that came with this, and it was full, and there's really none left, but it kind of had a similar look to this. But and again, a little bit goes a long way, and it is like a toner and moisturizer in one. So when I was using this, I would just cleanse and then I would apply this because it covered toning and moisturizing. So I would recommend this if you want to shorten your routine or have less products to have to deal with, especially if space is limited or you just don't like having to have a whole bunch of different products. But this is a good one. And again, this is the trial travel sizes, 15 milliliters or 0.5 ounces. All righty. Now here, I actually realized I had two of these. So this can attest to how great they are. And this is from Drunk Elephant. This was my first time trying the brand. I knew about it. I knew it was great. It is a higher end or higher price point brand. So it's one that I ain't really trying to experiment with in a full size unless I know that I like the product, or at least that it works for me. So I was able to get this set again. Thank you, Sephora. Freebies. Um, when you have those points, being a Sephora rewards member really pays off. So being able to get those little samples when you do an online order are top notch. And they have introduced me to so many different products that I probably would not have been exposed to or had a chance to try without buying the full size, had I not been able to get the samples through the Sephora program. So with these Drunk Elephant, this is the same product. This is the Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. It's a moisturizer. And I don't think there's anything left because when I tell you I used all of it, it's a kind of thick, white creamy moisturizer. But when I tell you I scraped it, as you can see if there's anything in this one. No, you can see both of them. I scraped them. That is how good these are and how much I really enjoyed using them, as I wanted to get every last bit. Now, one of them I did get for free, like I said, as part of the rewards, but then I actually made a purchase of one. It's a little bit in the cap, so you can kind of get an idea. Let's see if I can, of what it looks like in terms of, consistency and stuff. Yeah, so one of them, and then I went and rebought it because I think I was traveling and I wanted a moisturizer with me at that time. And so this, I think, is like 18 to 20 something bucks for this size. Because again, Drunk Elephant products are not cheap, but I understand the price point because you do have quality ingredients and it works. So this again is the moisturizer, and actually when I got the set, it was in conjunction with the Bestie number 9 jelly cleanser which purifies and dissolves. So I was using this for my cleanser, and I also had this moisturizer. So this was the combo that I was using at one point. So again, this is also Drunk Elephant. Wait for you. And this I think came in a set. These came together in my sample size, but I used this to the last drop as well. Very gentle on my skin, no issues, no breakouts. My skin is not very sensitive in terms of trying new products or things like that. So if my skin were to break out from a product, that means it's something really going on with it, because it's not sensitive like that, and things don't typically impact me that negatively. I usually give it a day or two, and sometimes I might get a little bit of irritation or a couple of little bumps here and there just the first couple of days, and then it clears up. It's just kind of like my skin is saying, okay, we're doing something different than what I'm used to, and then it mellows out. But in terms of, having a consistent reaction or whatever, that's not typically a problem for me. But I didn't have any issues using any of those products or any of the products that I've shown you so far. So just keeping that in mind. Next up, we have the Tula 24/7 moisturizer. Now, this was just a travel size. I have used the bigger full size. Again, this was one of my samples, and this particular combo I like. This is the moisturizer. I've used not the toner, the cleanser and the moisturizer together. I like them. I would recommend them for like a everyday, cleanse or routine. The difference here is that this is a hydrating day and night cream, so you can use it both day and night. It's actually recommended to do that. But since I don't do like a nighttime skincare routine, probably should start doing that. But I don't. But if you did do it, you could use this particular moisturizer both day and night. And I will say it moisturizes my skin during the day. Sometimes in the mornings when I would wake up, I would get a little bit of dryness because I don't feel like if I didn't do anything, or if I didn't use it or apply it at night, that it continues the moisture, even though it's called a 24/7 moisturizer, overnight. But it does get me through the day. So it would only happen like at night and in the morning. But again, once I use it, it's fine for the whole day. And I'm just trying to see if I had anything that went with that. No. Okay, so next up is Tatcha. I have mentioned to you guys, I am a Tatcha girl. And that's unfortunate for my bank account, because Tatcha is also not cheap, but it's also a very good, not even a very good, a great product. And it's one of my favorite skincare products, actually, from Sephora. And I don't know if I mentioned, Tula is also available at Ulta and Sephora. And Drunk Elephant is at Sephora. It may be at Ulta now, because Ulta is expanding and they're adding a lot more skincare and a lot more brands that used to be only at Sephora. So I can't remember if Drunk Elephant is there as well, but I know Tula is, and Tatcha is now there too. And I think Tatcha is a relatively new addition to Ulta's skincare collection, but you can get this from Sephora for sure. Also on Amazon, they do have bundles from time to time, but this is just a sample size. This is the rice water wash. I've also used the matcha one, which I love, and I love both of these. This keeps your skin, both of these make your skin feel like silk when you finish. I actually got a little bundle from, I think, Sephora during the last Sephora sale in the spring, where it has like the larger, like the travel size, which are a little bit bigger. This is like the sample trial size, so they have like a bigger travel size, which actually you can get in a good combo with the wash and the moisturizer. um and so I have them. I love Tatcha's products. So I've used the matcha and the rice water cleanser. Absolutely love it, one of my faves. And also the corresponding moisturizers from each collection, the matcha moisturizer and also the one that goes with the rice water. Absolutely love them. Skin feels like silk, looks like silk, keeps the oils at bay. I would say that when you're talking about moisturizers, I know with my skin, the seasons dictate what type of things I use or products I use. So sometimes you want that heavier moisturizer for the winter, especially if your skin tends to dry out, which mine in the dry areas like my cheeks, as I mentioned, they will kind of dry out if I don't moisturize enough or use a uh, good enough moisturizer or hydrating. The rice water I would recommend for now, for the cooler weather, and then for the summertime. I did use this in summer and it was fine, but I think the matcha one gives more of the oil control, everything a little bit better. So I would say for me, matcha would be my spring summer, and rice water would be my fall winter. But I think both could be used year round, and really it just depends on your skin. And it didn't make me oily or shiny with the rice water, so that's okay. So it's not like it didn't work for one season or the other, but I'm just saying, just based on the amount of oil control and hydration, I think I would do it that way. But I have them all, and I would continue to repurchase. Speaking of oil control, Fenty, not to be outdone, came out with a line. This is the Cherry Dub line. Absolutely love it. That this is the box for the cleanser. I also bought the corresponding toner from the Cherry Dub line, and I have those together. And I have used both of them. I haven't finished the cleanser, and I'll tell you why I haven't finished either of them. But part of the reason is because it really works. And you might be like, well, if it really works, why haven't you finished it? Because this particular one was made, this cleanser and the toner, that line, the Cherry Dub line of this, was made to remove or keep the oils at bay, and it does. But to the point that it kind of started to dry out my skin with everyday use. So I think this would be one that I might do maybe a couple times a week, just to kind of keep the oils at bay, and then I could use like something else to kind of give my skin that balance. But using this one every day for me, because I have combo skin and not completely oily skin, it it started to dry it out without having a super moisturizer. So the only other way I think I could use this every day, this with the matching toner, would be to use a moisturizer, not the Fenty one, because the Fenty one, although I like it because it has sunscreen in it, it's not super hydrating, moisturizing for me. So I would need something that has a heavier moisture content or moisturizing content, and then I could use it with this. But otherwise, the regular Fenty Skin cleanser and toner work fine for every day, and they work for me. But if you're looking for something, if you have oily skin and you need something to keep that oil at bay, I highly recommend the Fenty Skin Cherry Dub cleanser and toner combo, or even just the cleanser, because it will do what it's supposed to do for you. But you can actually use this to remove makeup, oil, impurities, whatever you need. You can also use it day and night. So yeah, I would highly recommend it. But like I said, for me, having the combo skin, it did dry out just those areas. Now, it didn't dry out anything that wasn't already prone to be dry. So it didn't create any issues in terms of that, but just letting you know. Um, Back to Tatcha. This is the water cream, which is the moisturizer, or one of the moisturizers. This is the one I think that goes along, yes, with the matcha cleanser. And this one is the the water cream. And this, like the Drunk Elephant, absolutely love, and I scraped it because these little things are expensive, but this came in the combo set. But this has light hydration, pore refining, wild rose. So I absolutely love it. It works great for the summertime. And this is the box. Tatcha also just has beautiful packaging too. But yeah, I love Tatcha products, like 100%, hands down. Highly recommend every product I've tried. I love. Um, it's worth the price. It is. And so this was the um 5 milliliter 0.17 ounce, but I loved every ounce. So I would recommend those as well. Nearing the end here, we have Fenty Skin. This was a holiday combo. They do have new holiday combos coming out, and she kind of mixes it up every year with a different something, but it usually consists of some combination of a lip mask and butter drop mini, like, or travel size. And so this particular one was the warm cinnamon one. Well, it had the warm cinnamon butter drop, and then you had the warm cinnamon shimmering, that, and then the yeah, shimmer. It's called Shimmer and Spice. So this is from last Christmas, but they also have this out. Like, I saw it in TJ Maxx the other day, because they do sell Fenty products, as I talked about before, especially with the hair products. You can find them. I see a lot of the Cherry Dub, not the not this one, which is just the liquid in the glass jar, in the glass pump, but the like scrub they have those exfoliating scrub and the mask. I see those all the time in TJ Maxx. So you can definitely find the products. People have mentioned that they find the body butters, like the full size body butter in there, but I have yet to find them. I think people are getting them up, and I have seen this set in there as well, but I think people snatch them up, and I also think the employees might be holding them too. But um I am currently using this particular lip mask at night. So I put this on before I go to bed. Keeps my lips nice and moisturized. So when I wake up in the morning, they are nice and moisturized. It has the nice cinnamony scent and doesn't really have a flavor. It's just scented. And butter drop. This is my favorite one. The warm is it warm cinnamon? Warm cinnamon one. I have like 4 full size ones sitting in my collection right now. So of this particular scent, and I also have other ones, but I have 4 just of this scent because I absolutely love it. And I also like the red one that was the vanilla. I have one of those I'm still using, but this so far has been my favorite. I haven't gotten my hands on the salted caramel. That's the next one I'm going to add to my collection. I do have the lip mask. I haven't when I finish this one, which is almost done, I do believe I'm gonna probably move on to the salted caramel one, so I can report back on that. Even though they're all the same, just different scents. And last but not least, to finish up the Empties haul, we have K-Skin Owl Lip Balm with an SPF of 30. This is from the skincare line K-Skin, and it is sun care. So the whole line is like sunscreen, sun care for your body and lips. There's body oil, there's lips. This was in the color, it's water resistant for 40 minutes, SPF 30 sunscreen. And this was the color probably Bad Gal, because I know I like the reds, and I think it was called like Bad Gal or something. But it was made by created by the model Winnie. I think her name is Harlow. She created this line because she has vitiligo. If you've seen her skin, she has like the different kind of like Michael Jackson, where she had the two-toned skin. And so when she was on a photo shoot, modeling photo shoot, she got really bad sunburn at one of those shoots. They were outside shooting, like on the beach or on an island or something. And the sunscreen that they had put on her or applied to her was not adequate for her skin condition and the amount of time that they were out in the skin. So that in the sun. So she decided to create her own skincare liner. That's what inspired her. So I have only tried the lip products. I haven't tried the other things yet. I can say that the other things do smell amazing, and so do the lip things. And I absolutely love this stuff. I love this. I've purchased 2 or 3 of them. I know I've had the clear one, and then I had the colored one, which is the kind of red one. That's why I think it's really called Bad Gal. I don't know why the name is not here because I felt like it was. Um, but the ingredients are sea moss, aloe, stem cells, and vitamin E. So again, water resistant for 40 minutes, and it's vegan, dermatologist tested, cruelty free, sulfate, paraben, and silicone free. Also doesn't contain oxybenzone or octinoxate. Does not contain any of those things. So yeah, highly recommend getting the lip balm and it does have a nice little color, or you can go with clear if that's what you want. If you don't want to color, some people complain about the way the tube, it gets clogged, like a little hole that the lip gloss or lip balm comes out of, it gets clogged. I kind of experienced that, but not too much. And you can I just kind of was able to make it a little bit bigger. I've heard that they have reconfigured or redesigned the lip, the that piece, so that now if you buy it, it has the new design where it's not supposed to, basically solving that problem or addressing that issue. I haven't purchased one because I stocked up on a couple of them. So when I do purchase a new one, I can report back. But that issue is supposedly resolved. So if you've heard that and that's prevented you from buying it, that should no longer be a problem. And If you are someone who tried it and then said, I'm not going to rebuy it for that issue, that should no longer be a problem. But like I said, it hasn't really been a super big problem for me. Yes, I did experience some clogging and having to kind of work with it and get creative, but mine didn't become disastrous and like waste the product. Because I know the biggest complaint is that once you did kind of have to switch it up or do your own thing, then people ended up getting too much product. And then it was like, okay, this is like a $16 lip gloss, and so we don't want to be wasting product. So I haven't had that experience, but again, it should be resolved now with the new tip. So make sure you check it out if that's been the only thing holding you back. I love the scent. I love the look. It does give enough of a color. Think of it as like the Fenty cream where you get pigment, but it's not lipstick. It's still gloss. It's still giving the protection, but you do have color. And I think she has like 3 or 4 different shades now. So it's like clear and like 3 other shades, including, like I said, the red, which I think is called Bad Girl or Bad Gal, with that kind of island spelling. But either way, that is my Empties haul. Please let me know if you have tried any of these products, and if you have, what are your thoughts? And if there are any other products that you think I should check out, especially with the upcoming sales at Ulta or Sephora. I'm a rewards member there. I shop at both of those. And while I'm not trying to add too much to my collection, because again, I'm on my clear the stash um, thing. I'm really trying to go through my products. I don't want things to just be sitting around and just keep buying new things and never getting to the things that I bought previously. So I'm really on my clear the stash, but if it really is like a new product or maybe a product that you just have a question about, feel free to drop that down in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.